Lately, I've been thinking of this whole subject of pain, and I think part of the reason I've been thinking about it is that I think any attempt to advance in life or manifest a life we want requires a healthy approach to this to pain. No matter who you are, no matter where you're at in your life, we will all experience suffering, pain and suffering in some way, shape or form. And I think how we deal with it is wherein lies our attempt at wholeness. And so lately I've been thinking quite a bit about pain. And the first thing that hit me was that pain is not something you intellectualize, and much as you want to think about it or try to analyze it, pain is really not something you intellectualize. But pain is something you have to feel. You feel it. And you understand it by feeling it. I mean, that's the first step towards understanding pain. So then I thought, what causes pain? What really causes pain? And here I'm not talking just about, I'm not talking about physical pain, but rather I'm talking about emotional pain, which can cause physical pain as well. But I'm talking about emotional pain. What causes pain? And I thought, I believe that pain is caused when our personal, individual model of the world is not aligning with our experience of the world. So we've got this mismatch. We've got this view of the world that we might have acquired from how we were raised, the culture we were in, and our own personal experiences and our personality. So we've got this view of the world. It's our model of the world, and most of us want to stick to that because we define ourselves from our view of the world. And then there's the reality of the world. So we've got this, our experiences in the world. And when there's a mismatch between how we think the world should be run or how we think things should be, there's a mismatch between that and our actual experiences. So like in the area of relationships, we think, this is how people are supposed to behave in a relationship, and then in actual fact, in our reality, they might not behave the way we think they're supposed to behave. And so that's where I think that's one example of a mismatch between how we think things are supposed to be and the way they play out. But the interesting thing is that neither of these models or neither of these views of the world, whether reality or not, are really truth. Neither of them. They're both perceptions, our perceptions of reality. Neither of them are truth. They could be. We are convinced that our model of the world is the truth, and that's it, and we stick to it. And then there's the other truth and reality. So it's this mismatch between what we think the world is or how it should be run and how it's really taking place in our lives. And that can be anything, in our relationships, in our careers. And so and then we feel this pain because things are not working out as we think they should be. And I think pain dissipates, or rather, when we let go of our need to fit someone else's model of the world or someone else's experiences, or when we let go of the need to fit one reality into our model of the world, we can start to let go of pain. We think people are supposed to behave this way, and if they don't, it causes us discomfort or pain, depending on the severity of it. When we let go of the the need to believe that we hold on, cling to our reality of how we think things should be, when we let go of that and accept the fact that there's a different way sometimes that people may see things. There is an element of subjectivity in truth, much as we like not to believe that, but there is the element of subjectivity even in truth. And because what may be perceived as quite horrendous to one person or in one culture could be seen as quite heroic in another. So truth is subjective to a point, and as long as we want to hold on to our model of the world as the only one being right, we're going to experience a lot of discomfort as we try to fit people into our model of the world. And so that's what I think one of the biggest causes of pain. But what can we do with pain? Because we're all going to experience it at some point. And so I recall a book I read written by a Holocaust survivor who also happened to be a psychiatrist, Viktor Frankl, and he wrote this absolutely amazing book called Man's Search for Meaning, and he recounts his experiences in Auschwitz as a Holocaust survivor, and he talks about pain, and herein lies for me the paradox of pain. Through our experiences of pain and suffering, it gives us this amazing opportunity. It's man's chance to take personal tragedy. It's Viktor Frankl says through pain we're given this tremendous opportunity to take to show our human spirit, to take personal tragedy and turn it into personal triumph. And therein lies the paradox of pain. We try so hard to avoid it, in our lives. We get mad at the people who cause it to us. We try so hard to avoid pain, but therein lies the paradox, because it's through our pain we're given this opportunity to show the strength within the human spirit to take something that could be a personal tragedy and turn it into a personal triumph. So pain can either propel you or imprison you. So even Nelson Mandela, even when he was in prison, he was free. He was free within himself, and so was Viktor Frankl. So even in pain, where we're so rigid with trying to fit somebody else's view of the world into ours, and we're so affronted by the fact that it's not turning out the way we think life should be. But even in pain, there's triumph. We get to choose to turn our pain, our personal tragedy, into personal triumph, and that's what occurred to me about the paradox of pain. And Viktor Frankl says, when we cannot change the situation, we can choose to change how we respond to the situation. No matter where we are in our pain or experiences or life, we get to choose how we will take pain and turn it into a personal triumph by our attitude towards that pain. And that to me is there lies the paradox of pain.